everybody, welcome back to the Getting Dirty Off-Road channel. Right now we're going to mess around with my son's buddy's truck. We've had to shuffle the shop so he can get it in there. The school has allowed them to get their personal effects out. So his truck is in the same state as my son's. Needs paint, needs put back together, and he had some troubles with the clutch. So that's what we're going to take a look at right now. Stay with us. We'll see what we can capture getting him going again. Okay, look at that pretty thing. Jeez, you guys get everything. So anyways, you said that your pressure plate was backwards. So things at the high school happen weird. One guy starts, another guy finishes. Something went wrong, the pressure plate was backwards, so he doesn't have the bolts tight right now. We're just gonna go ahead and pop it back off and look at everything. Guess I better get a hand on there. They're not all that friendly by yourself.
Not too bad. Just this one up here, that wants to, there we go.
So your
thing's ready.
Okay.
So, you can see where it wore on these flywheel bolts.
Yeah, got a little grindy on there.
And it was wore on these springs here.
It's all right down there in the center. It's kind of strange, but like I was telling you earlier, usually these are domed out enough where you can't get them mixed up.
That thing fell right out.
Yeah,
It's unusual.
might just grab a new one.
Yeah. But that one, I don't know if I trust it just flying out.
Pilot bearing there. This is one of those solid brass ones. One that I showed the other day had needle bearings in the center of it. I don't know which one's better, but what do you think about just grabbing a new one?
Yeah.
This one's kind of beat anyway, and it did just fall out, so.
Yeah, definitely get a new one.
Now, make sure that you get one for this year block. What did that block come out of?
It's the original block that was in there. Just
Oh, is it?
remachined, yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you just grab a pilot bearing for that. Then we'll stick that in. How's your hydraulic clutch system?
So we put a brand new slave cylinder in. We already bled it many times because it wasn't disengaging, and I thought this wasn't getting the travel it needed. So
Right.
this thing's okay. That'll be fine.
So was that going on while your disc was in backwards?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was
So that's probably what it was. Your disc was getting hung on these bolts,
yeah, and it was.
and that's what was keeping it engaged.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, that fell out anyways, and we're right here. Just get a new pilot bearing, then there's no messing around.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Flywheel ain't too bad.
The flywheel's brand new, but
Yeah.
it's already got some wear from that.
Yeah, a few little burns from teenagers, but you know, that happens. Well, alright, yeah, we'll just pack that pressure plate and the clutch disc in the shop, and we'll drive a new pilot bearing in there later. Okay, so you found a new pilot bearing. First thing, use my hand wash and clean that hole out real good. Spray it right in your eyes.
Yep.
You can't grow up if you don't do that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you want to make sure those are good and clean, because the idea is the center of your input shaft should wear out that brass and it not turn inside of there. So make sure it's not loose in there that you're actually going to have to smash it in.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah. So just make sure that you hold it straight and then use the smasher. Don't tap it, smash it.
Maybe.
Is that too much hammer for you?
Yeah.
Do I need to lighten up the beater?
Maybe.
Do you want me to hold it?
Yeah.
Oh my Lanta. I'm gonna lose a finger today. Just tap her till it starts. Oh, now it's easier if you're doing both because you can feel it. So like right now it's trying to tip towards that side. So you want to put a little smack over here. You want to try to go straight in with it.
Oh,
see how it's tipping away over there?
Yeah.
So let me grab my tapper.
Just trying to find it. Can hear him yelling in the shop. If you're an idiot like me, try and clean up your fucking fuel lines so they're not resting on your header right there. That way you don't catch the truck on fire.
Yeah, it's not going to work with the full smash, especially since you had the biggest smasher.
Little guy there.
So we want to put some on this side to try to straighten it out. We also don't want to damage that. See how it rolls there for your shaft.
There it goes.
So maybe use this old one as a punch piece and then just put a little tapper on there with the medium, smash it, get your finger to you. That's fun. See, you can feel it changing which way it wants to go, right?
Yeah.
So then you can give it a little more to try to go in there straight.
To get this side a little more.
If you need the smaller one, whatever. Well, that's good that it's going in tight, so that other one fell out because it'd been turning in there. This one's getting tight, so.
Oh, that's a big one. Oops.
Hold that one on there. Tie it against it with one hand and whack the back of it with the full smasher.
If I can.
Jeez.
Yeah.
You might have to get an extra set of girl arms.
Yeah. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, see how it's biting in?
Yeah.
What's it look like?
Now it's
Still straight, ain't it?
Yeah. If we get that small guy on there.
Now let's keep going with that other one. It looks like it's gonna fit inside there.
This one?
Yeah, so just hold it against there.
And there it goes. It's going inside.
Let's see it.
There we go.
Oh, hold your hammerhead straight. There you go. You're not supposed to hit hammers against hammers. Safety tip of the day. We clearly don't know what we're doing. We're gonna do it anyway. Okay, I think you might be catching the edge of that, so yeah, try that again. See if you can swing the hammer now. Jeez, I'm really getting tired of packing you.
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna work. Nope. That was a good idea, though.
Nope. Thought it would. Okay. Maybe try this one guy.
It's more your size.
Yeah.
Jeez, that ain't gonna work.
Nope. Maybe hold this one there. Try that. Yeah, now it's. Oh no. Almost there.
We're not rolling that shoulder at all, are we?
Nope.
We're starting to get a little spot there, though. I don't like that. So,
much better idea.
Yeah, it surely is. See if you can do it with that old one, and then you want me to grab you a pair of pliers maybe to hold that with? Let me do that. I'll grab pliers to hold that.
Are you gonna just put a socket on the end of it?
No, he's getting a pair of pliers.
For what?
My hands are getting cold out here.
What's he getting pliers for?
To hold the old pilot bearing on the new one.
Oh.
Because see how it's starting to make a groove up there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that. It's almost in. About an eighth out.
I think I sold one of my bucks for $200.
Nice.
Mom told me to ask for 150 at the first start of it. He goes, "What's your price?" I was like, $200. He's like, "That's it?" I was like, "Well, if you want to offer me more, I'll take more."
You got it.
So, yeah.
That ain't gonna work. Might just have to do this guy. I think if we got it one more time, it would go right in. I'll just hold it straight. That way it don't make a groove.
I got one more hammer. Coulter! Grab me that orange hammer out of your box. That round head. Got one more secret weapon.
There you go.
Is this Rubber Hose Factory? If you don't
No.
mind.
I have to cut it still.
Factory.
Where's this factory? My old one, my old hose, the steel braided stuff that it comes with, had a hole in it, and we went to drive it, or we put a new intake on and shoved some bare wires back by it. Created a big old fire.
Oh, that's not good.
Try and hit that one.
Yeah, if you want to hold it, I can smack it, whatever.
Okay.
Here, you hold it.
That'll smack her.
You're cockeyed. So you got that good and straight in there?
Yep.
That's it.
Stuck.
Nice.
Almost.
Well,
Pretty
we
much
need
in.
something just smaller than that.
If we were to do
Can you
that.
flip it around?
No, because we don't want to
Flare it out of that?
flare that out or mess up that center part there. We'll have troubles on the input shaft. So,
Like, could you put a smaller hammer on there? Like,
we're trying, but we need something smaller around than that. But
Because that one's just going to get stuck in there.
yeah, we'll figure it out.
Okay. Right on.
I can't really tell. Is it bottomed out?
No, not quite. It's
Not
got
yet?
a little bit.
Okay.
It's got about 1/16 and that's it.
Okay. Yeah, and those are something you want all the way in there.
Yep.
put this one in there and smack it.
Yeah, we could try that guy.
This one has. It's a little bigger than our.
Another guy down
A little bigger than our tapper, so let's try. Just make sure. There you go, right there, flush.
there. Almost. Give one more. One more. Sorry. Then yeah, now it's bottomed out.
Did it bottom out?
Yep.
Okay, so that's in there. It's good and tight, so we know that it's
Good to go.
gonna take at least 4 days before it spins out. So call that good for the moment. Let's move some trucks around. Okay, so it's been a week and a half or so since we started on this video. First thing I need to do is correct our terminology. So we were saying that the pressure plate was backwards, and I know what some of you guys are thinking, because I would sit there and think the same thing. It's not possible for the pressure plate to be backwards. What was backwards was the clutch disc. Now, most of the clutch discs I've dealt with, you can't get them in backwards either, because they dome out where the springs are enough to where you can't get your pressure plate tight. However, this one is pretty slim, so it was installed backwards, which kept the clutch engaged. So he thought he had a problem with the slave cylinder system. So they messed around with it until he had to put a new slave cylinder on. Then somewhere along the lines, someone realized maybe they should take the clutch apart and see what was wrong. So that's where we started the video. That's where our terminology was wrong. But either way, I went to work. My son and his buddy got out here. They were able to install the clutch. They torqued down the pressure plate. They got the transmission installed. You see the slave cylinders back in there. They were able to get the transfer case in, both drive shafts, and the majority of the exhaust, which I think he's probably going to let it tip out right here in front of the axle, which sounds pretty good. Makes for fun in these teenagers' drive times. But either way, they've pretty well installed everything. Everything's working correctly. He's had it out, ripped it up and down the road a few times. Everything works correctly. So I think that's where we're going to end this video. Now, as you can see, my son's truck's over there. Yeah, still quite a bit to do. As you can see, his truck's over here, his buddy's truck. Still quite a bit to do. So I'm going to finish this one up here. These guys get to spraying these or doing something attractive anytime soon. Maybe I'll try to capture that. They're hoping to get into another friend's garage, basically just throw up some plastic in there and try to get these things sprayed so they're finished. And then just get all of the little details done and taken care of. And then maybe I can get some shop space back. Either way, that's going to do it for today. So I really appreciate you guys watching. I'd like you to tap on that like button, leave me a comment, smash that subscribe, and then make sure that you hit those bells. You don't want to miss what's coming. We don't know what's coming, but there's more to come. So we'll be there every Monday, and I really do appreciate you guys watching, taking the time. It's one of the free things that you can do nowadays. So I hope you enjoy it. We'll see you in the next one.